Let's move on to example 2. Example 2, slightly more difficult, as you can see, but we're going to use the same principle. So we started off last time by writing out the substitution, and that would be a good start. So u would equal to x squared plus 1. We're then going to differentiate that with respect to x. So we have du dx is equal to 2x. If you remember what we did last time, we then broke that up and made du the subject. So we can have 2x dx. We'll come back to that in a moment. So what we're going to do now, we're going to write our question out, integration of x square root of x squared add 1 dx. Like before, we look at different components. We've got one component here, we've got a component here, we've got a component here, and all three of those components must be changed to an expression that involves only the letter u. Okay, so far I can at least write integration x square root of u dx. Similar situation that we had earlier. We cannot proceed because we have a hybrid of letters, so we need to change this x and this dx into a form of u. If you look earlier here, we have an x dx. There's an x dx here. The long way would be to try to rearrange this equation and make x a subject and replace it here, but that would be too complicated. I think what we should do is look at that x dx, look at that x dx, and come from this equation here. And it makes sense that x dx is actually the same as half du. Okay, so we had integration of x square root of u dx. We know that x dx is half du, so I can write u to the power half times half du. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, just pause for a bit before we proceed. This is now ready to integrate. However, it looks a bit messy. Whenever you get a constant, in this case such as half, that is in the middle or the end, it's ideal to pull it outside the integral sign. That way we focus everything inside and the half doesn't get too concentrated. Okay, so we're going to put the half outside, we're going to have the integration sign, we're going to have u to the power half du. And now we can integrate. So we can integrate u to the power half, and that becomes u, 3 over 2. And like before, when we divide by 3 over 2, we times by 2/3. But do not forget, we've got a half outside. If you look at that, we can now simplify. In this case, the 2's can just cancel. So we're left with u, 3 over 2 over 3. Okay, and to finish it off, we look at our integration, and we know that u is x squared add 1, so we can simply write x squared plus 1 to the power 3 over 2 over 3 and end with our plus c. And that would be the answer to question 2.